Hi, this is Emily, and I'm going to show how you can vote in Washington State even if you have a non-traditional address. The Revised Codes of Washington, RCW 29A.08.010, state that the minimum information required for a voter registration is a name, residential address, date of birth, a signature attesting to the truth of the information provided on the application, a confirmation that the individual is a United States citizen, and a residential address that identifies the actual physical residence of the voter in Washington, with detail sufficient to allow the voter to be assigned to the proper precinct, and to locate the voter to confirm his or her address for the purposes of verifying qualification to vote under Article 6, Section 1 of the state constitution. Here is an application for voter registration. It asks for either a driver license number, or if you do not have a Washington driver's license, you can provide the last 4 digits of your social security number instead. For those who do not have a traditional address, say they are living in a tent on a on-ramp to I-90 at exit 17, the RCW states that a non-traditional address consisting of a narrative description of the location of the voter's residence may be used when a traditional address has not been assigned or fixed to the voter's residence. This is pursuant to the conditions in RCW 29A.08.112. Voters without traditional residential addresses. No person registering to vote who meets all the qualifications of a registered voter in the state of Washington shall be disqualified because he or she lacks a traditional residential address. A voter who lacks a traditional residential address will be registered and assigned to a precinct based on the location provided. For the purposes of this section, a voter who resides in a shelter, park, motorhome, marina, unmarked home, or other unidentifiable location that the voter deems to be his or her residence lacks a traditional address. A voter who registers under this section must provide a valid mailing address and must still meet the requirements in Article 6, Section 1 of the state constitution that he or she lives in the area for at least 30 days before the election. So, if you're someone living in a tent and you do not have a traditional address, you can provide the state of Washington, when you're registering to vote, with the general location of your tent or motorhome so they can determine your precinct. And you must also provide a mailing address, like a post office box or a shelter address, where you can receive your ballot. The caveat to providing a post office box for a shelter in order to receive your ballot is that each citizen has a right to locate the voter to verify that the voter is entitled to vote according to the state constitution, Article 6, Section 1. And you cannot very well do that when a person is living in a tent on the on-ramp to I-5 at exit 17. Anyway, tell me your thoughts in the comments. Cheers.